Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulihil Kareem wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ahli baytihi ajma'in. Dear brothers, today I would like to draw your attention to a very important thing, that is to cover satr, the parts of the body which are necessary to be covered all the times before the people. First of all, we have to keep in our minds that to open the satr before the people is not lawful in Islam. It is totally haram, whether it is during namaz, during salah, or out of salah. In both the two cases, it is unlawful. The difference between salah and out of salah is that when satr is disclosed, it opens during salah, then namaz is not valid. This is only the difference. Therefore, we have to use the clothes which can surely conceal the satr. Each and every cloth which is going to open the satr anyway, in any case, except the case in which it is allowed, that clothes won't be allowed in Islam. For example, the jeans which is short and which doesn't have system to be fastened strongly and tightly, or the jeans which has very small part in upside, or the shirt which is very short, all these things won't be lawful Islamically, because they are not going to serve the purpose of concealing the satr, hiding the private parts which are necessary to be hidden all the times. In the views of majority of ulama, from the navel to knees, the parts between these two are called satr. Unanimously, in this case, from navel to knees, it will be necessary to cover all the times, in namaz, in salah, as well as out of salah, while we are walking, sitting, going down, whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the condition of our body, our sitting position, walking position, jumping position, in each and every position, these parts are necessary to be covered. Hazrat Imam Azam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi says that knees all are also the parts of satr. So as per the view of Hazrat Imam Abu Hanifa rahmatullah alayhi, from the navel till the end of knees is necessary to cover. Today, the tradition is that we are not getting serious regarding this, and our satr is open even during salah. That is very bad, and it is against modesty in Islam. Modesty is one of the characteristic features of Muslims, and obscenity against modesty is against the features and characteristics of Muslims, and it leads a person to hell. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said, "Al-haya'u min al-iman, wal-imanu fil jannah, wal-bada'u min al-jafa, wal-jafa'u fil nar." Modesty is part of faith, and faith will be in paradise. Obscenity in speech is part of harshness, and harshness will be in hell. This is Sahih Hasan Hadith by Tirmizi in chapters of righteousness and maintaining good relations with relatives. In this hadith it is clearly mentioned that modesty is part of faith, part of Iman. This is not something out of Iman. And all those who are maintaining modesty, they will go in paradise. And obscenity, lack of modesty, lack of careness regarding satr, all these things are part of harshness in his speech. As a person who is harsh in his character, in his speech, is not lovable to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger, the same a person who is careless or not practicing the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his messenger in terms of satr, he will also encounter the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Immodesty, obscenity is part of harshness, and harshness will lead a person to hell. So let's plan from today itself that we will avoid all sorts of clothes which are not going to certainly grant the concealing of the parts which are called satr, and we will use only those kinds of dress which will surely conceal our private parts. The best of them is kurta and pajama, the most decent dress, the most convenient, or at least kurta with pant, or if we are using pant and shirt, we can use, but they should be loose and they should be with certainty covering the parts which are called private parts and which are the parts of satr. May Allah give us tawfiq to do.